Hi, everybody, and welcome to Jordan United Church of Christ with me, your favorite pastor. Last Sunday after worship, Gail and I had made a decision we were going to go out for a hike. That is, until we walked across the parking lot from worship and our social hour hospitality and discovered how cold and windy it was, and we had to come up with Plan B. And Plan B became going to see the movie A Man Called Otto. We had heard about it. Tom Hanks stars in it. And it happened to be playing at the Roxy in Northampton. The matinee was only $4. That was a great price, and we enjoyed the movie. It was a movie that brought tears to both of our eyes because it was a story of what I call redemption. A grumpy man who was widowed and a widower, and he had been hardened to life until neighbors moved in and helped to transform his perspective on life. I won't tell you too much about the movie. I hope that maybe you'll have an opportunity to see it and think about the ways in which we can change the lives of others through just sometimes very simple acts of kindness and compassion, and take them from despair and hopelessness to having hope and joy restored in their hearts. It's something that each of us is called to do. I want to present a few opportunities for you to help change the lives of others. One is that we'll be going to Back Bay Mission in Biloxi, Mississippi. There are 14 of us here from Jordan that will be traveling to this United Church of Christ ministry in Biloxi. It's the Gulf Coast, one of the poorest areas of the United States, to spend a week. It happens to be the Back Bay Mission's 100th anniversary. It's a great celebration. But we're going there not just for the celebration. We really had planned it before we knew it was their 100th anniversary to do construction projects, work in the food pantry, and so on. We're all set to go. Actually, we'll have a final planning meeting this coming Sunday for those who are signed up. We've got our airfare booked. We've got our vans while we're there. But what we need still are some gift cards. In particular, we'd like gift cards from Walmart, Lowe's, or Amazon that when we arrive there, we'll be able to present them to for construction. It's kind of our donation from our church, from all of you, for the construction costs and also to restock their food pantry. Some of us will be out on a construction site, house renovation, and others will be cleaning up, and others will be working in the pantry, and we'd like to make that possible. So if you would like to either donate some gift cards to us, we're going to be leaving the end of April, so we have about a month. I'd like to take a couple $100 at the minimum. I know that you can do it in helping all of us who are investing our time and our own personal money to be able to travel there to Biloxi. You can drop it off at the church office. You can give it to me or any member of the team, but make sure you mark it for Back Bay Mission or some way that we know that that's your designation. We would be so very grateful. And secondly, in May, it will be the 10th anniversary of our school, Jordan Community School System in Kakata, Peace Island, Kakata, Margibi County, Liberia. That's the way the Liberians love to say it. They say the whole thing. Peace Island, Margibi, Kakata, city of Kakata, Margibi County, Liberia, West Africa. It's an incredible school. You'll see photos when we return. If you ever have an opportunity to travel with us, I would strongly encourage to see the impact that we have had in that community. Robert Mamalu, Robert and Tila, who founded Wipe the Tears, our 501c3 here at Jordan, and an NGO, non-governmental organization in Liberia, also purchased 150 acres of land where we plan to establish a small medical clinic and a church. It's in a very remote area, and my daughter Jordan and I will be visiting with Robert while we're there to see the land, take some photos, and to take the next steps. We already have money in hand to begin the work of building that church and that small medical clinic. What we'd like to do, though, is plant a large garden. And so Robert would like to take seeds along and begin to plant those. So by the time that Jordan and I arrive, he'll be leaving April 15th, and we'll be leaving on, I think it's May the 11th. So by the time we get there, some of those seeds will be sprouting already in the ground. I've been asking for them, and I've gotten quite a few, but here are just some sweet corn, summer squash, carrots. We want to help people learn how to do a better job of caring for themselves and for their families. And Robert's going to stay for 6 months to help to be able to have people understand about cultivation and gardening, and having fresh vegetables to eat rather than having to go to the market and buy it from someone else with such limited resources. So if you could donate any seeds, I'd like to have these seeds, though, this is something that's timely, about April 1st, because as I said, Robert's going to be leaving April 15th. I want to get them to him. We talked a little bit this morning before our recording about the seeds. So I'd love to have you just go out to the hardware store or wherever you might buy some seeds and bring them in to the church, and Robert will hand carry them to Kakata. And then finally, just two other things, opportunities for you. One is that if you have a child in your household or in your extended family that has never gone through First Communion training here with me, we have an opportunity on Saturday, April 1st, from 1 to 2:30 in our church library. And we have an opportunity. Our communion table is open to everyone who believes in Jesus Christ, as you know. And long before I arrived here, we established a policy to allow children also to receive the sacrament. But it's our hope that parents will help the children to understand what that means, what the Lord's Supper is all about. So I have an opportunity about once a year for those who have not gone through the program and not been confirmed in their faith to join with me in learning more about the sacrament of the table, as we call it, Holy Communion, Eucharist. So if you'd like to sign up, again, it's Saturday, April the 1st, is coming up pretty quickly, 1 to 2:30. If you'll let us know in the church office, we'll have a packet of resources, and it'll be a lot of fun to learn together. At least one parent needs to be with that child at that training. And then finally, I'd like to invite you to think about ways in which you might help us with our Holy Week services. On Palm Sunday, which is April 2nd this year, we'll have a cantata, and Frank and the choir have been working really hard to prepare a wonderful program that will take us through the last week of Jesus' life. But then on both Maundy, Thursday, Holy Thursday, and on Good Friday, we'll have some beautiful and moving services. We have readers that I'd like to have participate in those services. So if you'd like to read a short passage at either Maundy, Thursday, and or Good Friday, please let us know in the church office. You can email us, you can leave a message, you can even just write a note. I'm very forgetful, so don't tell me after church I'll read on such and such a day. Please write it down or just let us know in the church office, and I'll assign a reading to you. It'll be moving and beautiful services, I promise, as we commemorate and remember Jesus' passion during Holy Week. I hope that you are doing well, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. God bless.